Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From VOLA Guitars.
Mm-hmm.
We're not really from VOLA Guitars. We're actually from RNA Music.
Yeah.
Your mom and pop guitar shop and lesson studio. Deep in the heart of Canton, Texas. That's where we're at. We do, however, sell VOLA guitars.
Boing, boing.
And I just came back from a VOLA Clinic in Denver, Colorado.
That's right. Without me. That's right. You did.
Okay then, first question. Just for fun or just fun guitar? Hey there. Which would you choose if you could choose only one? A guitar with amazing pickups but no real effects or amp high gain, or two, a low power pickup guitar but excellent array of effects and amp tones?
It's a Highlander question.
There can be only one. Well, actually, that's pretty easy for me. I would go with number two. Number two, a low power pickup guitar, but excellent array of effects and amp tones. As a matter of fact, I have, it's my Washburn that has the Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups, which are, you know, antiques. It's like the early or late 50s pickups, which are not high powered.
Right.
But with a really good amp and good pedals, it actually sounds pretty killer for like more hard rock and heavier stuff, which I like to play a lot.
Cool.
So you can go, you don't have to have super high output pickups to get some killer tones. I mean, if that's what you want, fine, you can do that, and it does help. Sometimes with higher output pickups, you can use less amp and pedal gain, you know, but if you have lower output pickups, you can just crank that up. So I would go with number two, Just Fun guitar. Number two, which would you guys choose? Tell us below.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know.
Next question, Jim Grew. Hey, me again. Could you highlight your guitar hanging system? Did you design it, or is it something you can buy? I just heard your discussion on the Rebel flag. I was so moved to hear Angela's experiences of fear and caution she has to live with. Deeply saddens me to know that you have to live that way. Anything I can do to stifle racism by voting, or just simple example, I pledge my help. Again, your videos let us know more about you and let us feel like real friends. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of beautiful comments last week. I really appreciate that, guys.
Well, what's funny about that is that one of our friends, I was talking to her yesterday, and she was asked, so we're preparing for our Ask RNA, and she said, well, what kind of questions do you get asked? And I said, interesting enough, we had someone ask about a rebel flag, and she was like, what? And then she proceeded to say that she didn't really understand why someone would ask us a question like that, considering, I don't know if she was getting to the point where, like, that's not really an issue, you know? And then I kind of, not cut her off, but I was just like, well, because I have experience in that area in racism. And she kind of just, like, drew back, like, what? And I said, yeah, even here, even at Walmart. And she, like, started to cry. She had no idea. So I just thought that that was interesting, that because she had the same understanding, like what Ryan. She was
white, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, and we're good friends, but she has such a pure heart when it comes to people of other races that she doesn't see color. Well, she sees color. She's not colorblind.
Right.
But she doesn't judge people by their skin.
She's not biased.
Right. And so whenever I told her that, she was just like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's not that. It's just, I'm used to it. I've become used to it. And I know people say, well, you shouldn't be used to it. But I think of it this way, and I told her this. I'm used to people. I know now as an adult, because I mentioned my grandfather going through World War II and coming back to a racially charged Alabama, and my father being raised in the late 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s in Alabama. But both of them moved past that to love people for who they are. And if they can do that in the very hardcore, racially intentioned, intense era that they grew up in, then I can too. So whenever I see people, yeah, they might be waving the flag, and I use caution and wisdom. I don't judge them automatically, because those things can change in a person. Those are things that are hardcore wired into their DNA. It is an opinion. And if I can help change that opinion by loving them as a human being, then I'm going to do that. So.
Yeah. Thanks for the question, man.
So it's okay. I appreciate. I said that's because I do appreciate that you feel the pain for me, but I want you to honestly know that's where I'm coming from. So
yeah,
maybe that lightens the load a little bit.
Maybe so. As far as the guitar hanging system, well, I kind of have one system. Well, actually, I have two here at the store, which is just slat wall. You know, I did have to cut, and I did get slat wall and cut it myself to the width I wanted. And then I just bought hangers that are slat wall hangers for the display part of the store. And but then in the lesson room, I do have kind of ones that I've made myself. I actually have a video. You go back, find it, like RNA Music.
It's like one of the first.
How to build guitar hangers. One of my first ones. You can go check that video. I'll put the link. I'll put the link in the description here. You watch that video. That was the first way I hung guitars, and then I actually have modified that a little bit for the lesson room. So. But it'd be easier for me to kind of maybe make a little mini video about it. Or go check out that video from a long time ago, and maybe I'll make a short video this weekend kind of showing our hanging system.
Maybe.
That'd be the easiest way to answer that. Jim, thanks for the question, man.
Yeah.
Next question, Walking Dead, 1369. I don't think I've asked this. If I have, forgive me for the repeat, but have you ever listened to Clutch? If so, what are your opinions? I don't know. I don't know who
that is.
If they were on the radio at some point, rock radio, when I used to listen to them, I probably have. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any of their songs. Nope, I can't say that I have. I mean, I recognize the name, but I don't think I've ever listened to any of their songs. So yeah. I'll have to go check them out. If there's a Clutch song to sum up, which one should I listen to?
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Like if you're introducing someone to Led Zeppelin, you go, if you could only listen to one Led Zeppelin song ever, which one would it be? And I'd say Stairway to Heaven. If you could only listen to one Metallica song ever, which one should it be? Master of Puppets. if you want to get someone, just hit them with the hits right from the beginning. So what Clutch song should I check out first? Tell me below. Oh, and speaking of Walking Dead, we have a unboxing video right here. You want to help? So strong.
You're the only one.
Walking Dead sent us some t-shirts.
Nice.
From his company. Oh, cool.
Cool. It goes on the back.
It's on the back.
Nice.
Classic Pontiac Rescue. The muscle car specialist.
I like that. That's cool. And it has my favorite car. My dream car.
That's her dream car, actually.
On the back.
By the way.
That's the closest.
How excited are you right now? He's so excited.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they restore
That's
cars.
Awesome.
Thank you, Walking Dead. We'll wear these soon.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool.
You're excited, aren't you?
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, that is her favorite car, by the way, is the old Trans Am.
Firebird.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, kind of.
It's Trans Am, Firebird, Trans Am. I don't know. You folded yours all nicely. I just kind of.
Because I'm a mom.
I folded mine like a dude.
Yeah, your battery's about to die.
Oh, son of a gun. Sorry about that. My battery on the camera was dying. But since we have a moment anyways, why don't we just go ahead and do this? Yeah. We'll just go ahead and put on the Firebird shirt.
I can't go that way.
Yeah, I'm that way. You're running into me.
Shirt.
Thanks, man. So let's move on to the next question. Thomas Villian.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, being a white male married to a black female for 23 years, I use the term black because that's her preference. Sorry, happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
Usually that's true. Ryan, have you ever been stopped, as I have, and asked to educate our fellow melanin-challenged humans on the practices of the black community? I have been in law enforcement for 25 years, and early on I was approached by several people with questions why, what, and others in regards to black people As if I had a PhD in race relations.
Yeah.
Great question, Thomas. I don't think I've ever been like stopped and asked anything specific. Like, I can't remember. I can't really remember.
I think people have almost overstepped, because if you separate us, I mean, from what I look like, who I might attract as a mate, and who Ryan might attract as a mate, are probably completely different.
Now, I've only had a mega huge beard for like 4 years.
But still.
So, I don't know what
you've
that means.
You've had goatees, and you're a big guy, and like, you know, you've worn bandanas before, and you've shaved your hair quite a bit, you know, so it's like you have this image of, you know, just a country good old boy.
Just a good old boy.
Look, you've worn flannel shirts and just that
was cool
stereotypical, you know, white guy
super
from the
white
South. Dude. So I think that people have overstepped a little bit in like comments, or have almost said like racist type jokes, or and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, no.
But not like, seriously, like, so, how should I approach this situation since you're married to a black woman? I don't think you've ever...
Yeah, no one's ever asked me, like, so, what's it like, you know, being around family? Or, no, it's... Yeah, I've had the other thing where people, like, it's just a bunch of white guys standing around, and somebody cracks a joke they think is funny. And I'm like, hold up. Just a second. That's not cool with me. My father-in-law is black. You know that? My wife is black. Oh crap. And then it's like, oh crap.
Oh.
Because they just assume we're all a bunch of white guys standing around, so I'm going to say some
okay.
stuff. I'm like, it'll be fine. I've had that happen. I have also, when I worked at the mall in Tulsa, I had a group of young Hispanic boys come in the store and just act like jackasses. I was like, you got to leave. Get out. I'm like, you're only kicking us out because we're Mexicans. I'm like, I'm kicking you out because you're an idiot. You racist. I'm like, I'm absolutely not racist. So I've been profiled by some young Hispanic teenagers who are acting like idiots. You be a white guy. And I'm like, brother, if you only knew.
Right.
And I like brown people.
And it really honestly goes on both sides. It's all around. It's not just like this is a white thing. Racism is with every single race. Every single race has a group in their... I mean, we are the human race. Don't get me wrong, because you know what I'm saying. Race, we've lumped that as a different thing.
Cultures.
Yes,
cultures.
Every different culture or nationality has their own racism.
Absolutely.
Or bigotry. Where they have isolated themselves from another group. I mean, think about like World War II when it comes to the Chinese and Japanese. Or, you know, West African and South African, South African and North African, West African and East African, Indian and East African. Like, there's so many different people groups.
Anybody who's different than, you know, me and my group.
Right. And then it's even with different religion. I mean, there's so much that go. Oh. But whenever I think it's just funny whenever I get it more than he does. And it always begins with, and I'm writing a blog about this. I don't mean this in an offensive way. I hope you don't take offense with this. And then they proceed to say something that is extremely offensive. Like, why would I know that? Why would I have the answer for you? Because I am black? So, I mean, should I ask you questions about cats and, you know, like, you know, Jello? I don't know what a white person stereotypical thing is, you know? I don't know. I don't know why you would think that I have all the answers, but, you know, people do that. And, you know, what is it like, you know? Or, you know, do you get this? Like, recently, actually, someone thought that I was Ryan's second wife.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think they see Nicholas and they see Aiden and they assume that they're from different marriages. Because Nicholas looks like a white kid. He has very light eyes, hazel-ish, bluish, greenish eyes, sandy brown hair. And Aiden is olive skinned, not as dark as I am.
No.
But brown hair, brown eyes, dark, well actually
jet black
hair and brown eyes, and you know, he looks like my child from another marriage.
If you see the four of us, if you see the four of us walking down the aisle at Walmart, like, okay, obviously that big tall one goes with him, and that one goes with her. So, yeah, that was crazy because this was somebody who's known me since before we were married. Like her, and I'm like, oh, you know, that's his second wife. I'm like, who was the first?
Oh no,
because I don't remember her.
I killed her.
Oh, that's what happened.
And ate her. Assimilated. I'm a Borg. No, it's Locutus of Borg. I don't know. It was just the weirdest thing. I thought that was so funny, and that was just recently. That was like a few months ago.
Yeah. That's true. I'm like, well, you know, and Ryan's second wife. And I'm like, second wife?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Next, we threw in some Star Trek there for Paul, just because.
Actually, it was for me because I'm more of a Star Trek fan than you are.
I had a moment the other day. We're gonna shoot a rabbit chill.
Real quick.
I don't know. Maybe I had a bad dream that Paul was in the hospital and like all this stuff was going on, medical. Like, and they had him all like shaved head and like hooked up to like all these wires and like stuff because they were gonna do some crazy surgery on him or something. And I was all like, you know, real emotional and stuff. I was like all sad, but I come walking in the room like, hey, you look like a Borg. Locutus, you will be assimilated. I'm trying to make jokes because he's laying there and he's got all this stuff. I'm like, so it was terribly sad, but yet funny, and that's Paul's sense of humor.
Yeah, he
would appreciate that. I think. Maybe I don't know. Next question.
Weird.
Stratocat. Stratocat62. Wonderful show. You two are the bee's knees. I never miss an episode. Thanks, man. My question is, I'm 56 years young and somewhat handicapped. My legs don't work so well anymore, so I have to use my pedals and foot switches on a desk. The new problem is I'm having numbness in my pinky and ring finger on my fretting hand. Sometimes it's like pushing down razor blades trying to play chords. Have you ever heard of anyone else with this problem? I'm at a loss and I don't want to give up playing. Thanks. Man, well, that could probably be any number of things, and I am not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV or anywhere else. Dr. Drake Ramore. I don't know. My suggestion would be I would just go see your local doctor, and sometimes your general practitioner doesn't have the specialized knowledge to help you out. It could be a pinched nerve thing. Could be any number of things. It could be something in your neck. Yeah. I know that because
It's amazing how just your neck can affect your leg. Yeah. Your rib being out of place could affect your shoulders. It's crazy how those things work.
I have seen quite a few chiropractors in my time, and it is kind of funny how you could have a pinched nerve in your neck and it could be messing up your fingers down here. My dad had that. He actually had a thing where his fingers were drawing up on one hand, and like those, specifically those, because these are connected up your arm, your pinky and your ring finger. They're connected tendons up there. So, you know, it could be a pinched nerve, could be, could be any number of things. What I would do is I would go and have it checked out, go see a doctor, go see your MD, go see a chiropractor, go see a massage therapist. You know, there's all of those options. Have it checked out. So, because it could be something that's resolved. I mean, it might be resolved easily, and that's what we certainly would hope for, of course. But yeah, you gotta be careful with your hands. I mean, there's all kinds of things that can happen that can inhibit your playing. I have one student, Vista, was here yesterday, and she's in her late 50s. She might be 60. I don't know, but she has some arthritis, and so she's learning to play guitar, and she has some difficulties. But we got her a parlor guitar from Washburn that has a real pronounced V neck. I mean, it's like a triangle on the back of that thing. I thought, oh, dang, I didn't know it was like that till we got it in. It didn't really say that in the description, but it actually really helps her. Like, she's like, I love this. She puts her hand in just the right place, and it really relieves a lot of pressure. on her hand, and she can actually play it a lot easier. I thought it was kind of weird. I'd never played a V-neck that pronounced. And I was like, oh, this is strange. Yeah, but it worked for her.
Fits in that part of your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I would go see if you can get some tips. I know nobody likes going to the doctor, but
I don't.
and sometimes it's cost prohibitive for a lot of people. But you know, go check it out. Get some professional help.
Yeah, apparently.
I've been really lucky. I haven't really ever had much hand problems or wrist problems, and I've been playing drums since I was a kid and guitar. And I've never really hurt myself from playing. I've hurt myself from like building things and pushing things together, and you know, jammed my wrist on stuff, but never through playing. So I'm quite lucky.
Yeah.
Sometimes rest is good. You may just need to take a break for a couple of weeks, which sucks because you're like, playing guitar is my thing.
Yeah, especially if you use it as a physical therapy type thing. But yeah, I would talk to somebody.
Yeah, it might be resolved with physical therapy. Yeah,
we hope so.
Yeah, thanks for the question. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you watch all the time. We really appreciate it. I see your comments, so thank you. Next question, Colin James. Hey guys, a non-music question for next week. How do you guys feel about Doctor Who? Woo! Are you a pro-Who household? If so, are you excited for the upcoming season with our first ever female doctor?
Dun, dun, dun.
I'll let you take this one.
Yes, I am a Whovian. I've been a Whovian since I was a child. I took a break there because I thought, honestly, because we moved, and whenever you move in certain places, especially when you go to rural areas, you don't get the same channels as you do before. So I thought that it was over whenever I was a kid, because I watched, I think it was the 5th Doctor, and then I didn't, honestly, from 5th to 9th, so the 6th, 7th, 8th Doctors, I never saw, never watched an episode.
Can you watch those on Netflix?
On Amazon, I think you can. And I've caught up on them now, but back then I didn't know. So anyways, so I came back and jumped in on 10, then realized there was a 9, and then got back on with Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant and Matt Smith, and you know, yes, I know they're Peter Capaldi and blah 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 blah. But no, towards the end of Peter Capaldi's seasons, I lost interest. It went really weird. It went off track with the last companion, and I personally think it lost its traditional flavor. Like, it was trying to be too relevant for what was going on instead of fun and special and silly and whimsical but scientific,
pushing social agendas.
Yeah, and like they had all this weird like Illuminati-esque, you know, either they were making fun of it or they were trying to, I don't know what it was. It was just weird, and I don't know what they were trying to prove with the CERN episode. And those of you who don't know, I mean, it's sci-fi community, but whatever. I mean, CERN is real, but I'm just saying.
Oh, it's real.
It's an actual real scientific facility.
It's real.
But the way they introduced it, I don't know. It was just a little too off for me. And I'm sure this young lady is a great British actress, but I don't really care for them changing it so drastically when they've already had him be married and they've already had all this history of him being a man. And I get it, he's an alien, he is not a human, he's humanoid, but it just threw me off. I was like, just stick to the basics. I mean, my God, you know. So now is he like bisexual because he's had loves of his life, and he's actually had children as a Time Lord, and
been married.
Because David Tennant even has mentioned it in previous that he's been married. And it's just trying too hard to be relevant for the political scene, not even just because what we do on Earth shouldn't affect somebody who's not even an Earthling. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's just silly. I think it's silly. I think they went too far, and Moffat and all those other dudes, I think they've lost their touch when it comes to the true. It's like with Star Wars. You know, I'm like, stop messing with something that's been a part of culture for decades. Like, Doctor Who's been around since the 60s, and it's just like...
older than Star Wars.
You know, this is something that you shouldn't really mess with just because you might, you know, offend some people. You want to be edgy or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, I think it's just silly. You know, it's keep it cool. You know, but no, I'm not looking forward to it. I'm not probably even going to see it. I didn't even see the last episode where he changed into her, because I was just like, because honestly I didn't really care for Peter Capaldi's episodes.
I didn't either.
I didn't like him as a doctor. I didn't like him at all. There was a couple episodes where I was like, okay, he's starting to feel like he's actually embodied all the previous doctors, and I think that's why I liked Matt Smith and David Tennant, because they acted like their previous selves in certain episodes. They actually let those characters come out. And Peter Capaldi did not, to me. So
he was the bitter doctor.
Yeah. So
bitter bass doctor.
That's my opinion.
There you go. I'm very casual. I only watched because she was watching it. And I was, you know, in the same room while she was watching it, and I did like David Tennant and Matt Smith.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I like these guys.
Yeah.
This is great. And even what's his face? The one before that.
Christopher
Eccleston. I kind of liked him. I was like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, he set the ball up really great for David Tennant, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I never watched any of it. I tried one of the Capaldi ones. I'm like, I'm out. I'm gonna go watch something better than this.
Yeah,
but that's me. I'm a super casual fan. Angela's the diehard.
Yeah.
I could Flipside Music likes Doctor Who.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
He's a Whovian.
He is. He does. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the question, Colin. Next question. Halo on Fire Gaming. Hey, Ryan. Once again, thanks once again for taking my phone call the other day. I do have a question. Would you ever sell Jackson guitars?
Miss Jackson if you're nasty.
Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Nasty Jackson guitars. I don't know. I can't really see myself go in that direction. I was never a mega huge Jackson fan. When I was like 14, 15, I definitely wanted a Randy Rhoads Jackson for a while. I was like, that's cool. But then I played one. I was like, I don't know if this is me. I can't really see myself ever carrying them. Probably not. Never say never, but you know, if I'm not really into them, that's kind of the thing. I only really carry guitars here that I'm like either really interested in or I find interesting. Even new companies like VOLA, you know, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Let me check that out. But yeah, Jackson was never my thing, really.
Yeah.
Or Ibanez either. Like I actually did own an Ibanez for 28 days. Right. I actually wouldn't mind having another one, but yeah, probably not.
Yeah,
probably not.
Carrying guitars is more of, I wouldn't say a hobby. It's more just like a perk.
Yeah.
Of being in the music store. The music.
It's not our main thing.
It's not our bread and butter. So it's just something that he's always dreamed of doing. So it's like a dream come true type fun aspect of having the store. But our students are our bread and butter. So whenever it comes to, so we're not out to, I say that because we're not out to be like a Walmart type thing where we carry everything for everybody. And so he has the luxury of saying, no, this is just what I like because this is just something about the store that I like. And it's more about a reflection of his personality than actually trying to meet the needs. Because if we did that, we would be so consumed with product that, you know, it wouldn't work for us. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be a Sweetwater or a big mega store or anything. If I was, that was our goal, to be like the biggest, you know, music store in East Texas, then I probably would. Instrument-wise, then I would definitely consider Jackson. But that's not really what we're about at the moment. So, and I don't know if it ever will be. You know, we love teaching. That's our primary thing. And like she said, with the guitars, it's sort of like, you can't carry everything unless you have deep pockets with unlimited resources. You know, that's all another story. But you have to kind of focus. And I like being sort of specialized and only carrying, you know, specific brands that I really like. So yeah, hope that answers. Nothing wrong with Jackson guitars. No. It's not like they don't. It's not like I'm saying they're bad guitars, because they're not. They're great. You know, every guitar is great. Usually, once you get into a certain price bracket. Now, some have better, you know, quality control and things like that at certain price brackets than others. But you know, you buy a guitar, you buy a guitar, and at a certain point in price, they're generally all pretty good. You know, and there you go. Halo on fire. Next question, John Harpole. I'm going to skip right to the question. It says, what did you learn from your trip to the VOLA event at Flipside? Hey Ike, hashtag KTMA. What did I learn at the VOLA event at Flipside Music? I went to this past weekend. I have a vlog that I shot for that. It'll probably be up this weekend sometime. So after this Ask RNA, you should see some video footage from the VOLA clinic at Flipside Music. Number one thing I learned was David Walliman is way taller than you think. Like, he's tall.
I don't think that's something you learn. I think that's something you observe.
I observed that and I learned that. I mean, I'm 6'2", you know. David walks in, I'm like, holy crap, David. Now, he was wearing boots. Yeah. So, you know, boots give you an extra, like, ½ inch to an inch of height.
Yeah.
But yeah, David's super tall.
I like how you sat up on that.
I'm like, let me sit up.
Hold on, let me get real close to the camera. And those who are wondering, I'm 5'7½", so I'm no short chick either. So.
Yeah, she's not a shorty.
I'm not a shorty.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm approximately 6'2", give or take.
And I'm pretty much 5'8".
Back problems. Yeah. Yeah, see? That's how you round up. You round up. I also learned that David is ridiculously good guitar player. I was going to say ridiculously good looking. Really good looking. Not.
I caught some of the video and I was like, wow, yeah, he has some.
He's got some chops.
He was impressive.
Man, like, because I've watched all of David's videos, a lot of his lesson videos. He's holding back, y'all. Like, he's super.
Because he's trying to teach people.
Yeah, he's trying to teach, and he's super, you know, humble and gracious. But even Robert Baker, who is a great guitar player, and Greg from VOLA, and Jason, who was there, who played. Jason's also a great guitar player. They're like, oh dang, David's good. It's like, of course he's good, but they're like, oh, he's real good. Oh my gosh. So that was a couple things. Those were the fun things I learned. Yep. I also learned that Jerry's Pizza is not really pizza, according to some people. I had some New York style pizza at Denver. They provided pizza at the clinic. It was okay. It was all right. It's no Jerry's Pizza. I'm trying to think of what else I learned. Anything practical. I don't know. I learned a lot the next day on Sunday when Robert and I went up to David's place and we shot some videos at his studio. And I learned a lot of behind the scenes things talking to Robert and David, just about business and YouTube and editing and stuff like that. So I also learned that I still do not like to fly. But that's it. I can't think of anything else major I learned. Maybe it'll come to me. I don't know. Thanks for the question, John. Appreciate it, man. Terry Lumpkin. Next question. Aloha, guys. This question is for Angela. Did you think Freddie Mercury was a great singer and songwriter, and would you watch the movie that's about Queen? And to Ryan, I'm a Metallica fan, but to me, the real Metallica will always be with Cliff Burton. But if you are at a guitar expo and saw James Hetfield taking and signing his guitars, would you buy an authentic signed guitar from James Hetfield? Let's keep the music and live. You go first.
Yeah, I thought Freddie Mercury, especially for the era that he was in, I don't know how well he would do now. I'm pretty sure that he would, at that age, if he was that age then and now, obviously if he was alive now, he'd be quite a bit older. He'd be in his 60s, 70s, almost 70. Yeah, I think his voice was so unique, and it's just one of those, when you hear it, it just has this, I don't know, nostalgic feeling when you hear his voice. That unique timbre of his voice that he had. And I liked it, especially whenever he really sang, and he did a lot of his ballad songs that he would do. Oh yeah, he has a great voice. All, you know, the whole group did.
Yeah,
and
they could all sing.
Yeah, they could all just harmonize and just beat it out. But a lot of people back then were so trained. You know, they took their singing. They were in the glee club. They did stuff in school. A lot of them were in band together and choirs together and church choirs together. And they did a lot of stuff that we don't really know about until we learned Behind the Music, VH1, you know, later on. But they, yeah, he had an amazing voice. I don't know if I want to see the making of the movie. I think, I can't remember the young man who's in it. He's on this Amazon TV show special about the internet or something like that, who plays him. It's hard for me to watch. If it was a documentary about him, I would watch it, because I love documentaries, because I like watching actual footage of those people and actual interviews of those people. I don't necessarily like watching actors dress up as musicians, and especially if they can't sing and they're just lip syncing. Now, if he can actually nail an amazing Freddie Mercury impersonation, and that's actually him singing, wonderful. It was kind of like Jennifer Lopez doing Selena. You know, when she did that, it was like watching Selena on screen. And I don't know if she did a lot of her songs. I think she might have lip synced a couple, and then a couple she did perform. But I don't really care to watch other people. Like the Michael Jackson, there was a Michael Jackson movie that came out like
what about
on MTV.
Val Kilmer in The Doors?
He actually did. It was creepy.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy.
But he didn't sing. He
did he not? I wasn't sure.
I don't think so.
I don't think he
just
did.
I think he just lip synced, and that was the kind of like, you know, I'd rather just watch a true documentary and be like, whoa, look at him talk, and watch him interact, because so many times especially people our age, where we were born on the tail end of their fame, and then we really just we got to see the highlight reels of the yesteryears through television and stuff. I would love to see actual footage of the interviews that they had, and whenever they're on, you know, what was the guy who?
Because sometimes on these movie biography things, they kind of exaggerate stuff.
Yeah,
it may or may not be. They've got to add some drama to it to make it, you know, interesting. And
yeah, it'd be different if they had like his diary and they had eyewitness account,
his handwriting,
and they in his words, and they just act. Yeah, so I'm not really. I probably won't. If it comes to VHS, wow. If it comes out on DVD, I probably will watch it, or if I can stream it on Amazon or whatever, I'll probably watch it then. But I'm not going to go to the theaters and see it. Yeah. But yeah, I do. I thought his voice. I still do think his voice is amazing.
And a good songwriter.
Oh yeah, amazing songwriter. Yeah, way ahead of his time.
Dang trucks.
Thank you.
All right. Next. Oh, wait. I got to answer.
Yeah. What would you do with the guitar?
Yeah, I'd get one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You think his face of excitement was extreme whenever he shook his hand. I think if he was there and he handed him an autographed guitar, I think we'd have to resuscitate.
You may.
Claire!
You might have to wake me up off the floor. Oh my God. Such a fangirl. Yeah. Absolutely. And final question. I had to look it up because
Under the wire.
It was a late coming question. Cam Demand, you almost didn't make it in, sir. It says, hey RNA, hope all is well. My question this week is, my wife and I are planning on attending 2 killer shows in our hometown of Albuquerque in this September. Def Leppard early in the month and Ozzy in the later part of the month. I'm wondering if we may look a tad bit odd, considering the wife will be around 28 weeks pregnant by then. LOL, hashtag KTMA.
Love it. It's picking up.
Yeah, hashtag KTMA. Ike. Yeah, I would like to say, I wonder what Ike's hashtag would be.
Probably something with a curse word in it.
Yeah, it was the STFU or something. That would be FLIPSIDE's. Hashtag FLIPSIDE University. Yeah. Hashtag FU. So would you look a bit odd at a concert? Being 28, 29 weeks pregnant? Well, Cam Demand, I think you would look odd if you were 28 weeks pregnant at a concert. That would be very strange. People would probably stare.
I think they would just think it was a beer gut.
You like the beers, don't you? Drinking the
I don't
beers.
think it would. I don't know. I mean, as long as you stay clear of the mosh pits.
Yeah,
I
no
think-
mosh pitting
no
for
mosh
Mrs.
pitting.
for Mrs. Demand.
Yeah. But no, I don't think it would be weird.
Oh.
Just, honestly, remember, stay away from the speakers because the baby, I mean, they're in water, and water tends to pick up frequencies a lot stronger than through air. So
I wouldn't be way down front next to the speakers.
I wouldn't do that.
That would be bad.
That would be bad for baby because they have ears already. So but no, just being there, just rocking out, and
Don't stand next to people who are smoking the marijuana or any other substances. So
yeah,
make sure she's
You
not
just have to
breathing
be-
in.
You just have to
know.
be very cautious and just make sure people are aware. Baby on. Get a cool shirt that says "Rockin' Baby on Board" or something with a little fetus with some rock and roll hands or something, and
Fetus on board.
Yeah.
No
Just-
cocktails for Mrs. Demand.
Just
I'm sure
be
you know
cautious and
Yeah,
have fun. Enjoy your time without children.
yeah, because
Even
it's
if
about
it's
to
in the
end.
baby. I remember when I was pregnant with Nicholas, we went to the movies and we saw like Mission Impossible, the first one, I think, or something like that. Because it was so nice to just get out and be out in public, because I knew that since the baby was here, I would be in bed and I would be up to my eyeballs in diapers and bottles and oh my and everything. So yeah, enjoy this time. Just be careful. And if you get tired, figure out to sit down.
Bring a folding chair so you
Yeah.
can sit down. Or
Bring something, those little stools.
Like
that
a
are
cane?
just, like,
It's like a cane and then you can fold it
Fold
and
it
sit?
out and sit.
Yes.
Bring some that. Stay hydrated.
Bring one of those.
And yeah, just have fun as a couple.
There you go. You'll be
Have
fine.
fun. You'll be
It'll
fine.
be great. And that's it for this week. Final question. So thank you guys so much. If you have a question for next week, please leave it down below, and we will try to answer those questions.
I was doing like accounting. And
You were adding up stuff. And we'll answer those questions next week. Please leave your comments. Please, if you have answers to any of these questions, please leave your answers below. That's always fun to read those. And we will see y'all. Well, we'll see you before the next Ask RNA because we got videos coming out. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Whoa.
That was you.
Drink more water, Ryan. That's my alarm to remind me to drink more water. If you would like to order an RNA Music shirt, which is not this, you can go to our Teespring and get your RNA Music swag on. We appreciate that. That's been doing really well.
Yeah.
And of course, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And we will see you guys soon. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
Yeah, we got to keep it alive for the next generation, like Cam Demand's baby.
Yeah.
Is probably going to play an instrument, I bet.
More than likely.
Probably guitar. Because that's great.
That's awesome.
It is. All right, we'll see y'all next time. So excited.